Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Grist Podcast. I'm your host, Noah Hammond, alongside with Matt Velez. Today, I got two-time Rookie of the Week, three-time Honor Roll Player of the Week, Bridie McCann. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
As I said already, my name is Bridie. I'm a freshman here at Chestnut Hill. I'm majoring in media and communications, and I'm from Drexel Hill, PA as well.
And Bridie, how long have you been playing basketball for?
Geez, I mean, honestly, for as long as I can remember. I'm from a very basketball-oriented family, so,
Right.
I mean, I've been around it my whole life. So, I mean, ever since I could pick up a basketball, that's probably when I started.
Now, you have 14 points per game, 1.6 assists per game, 2.4 rebounds, and almost a steal per game. How do you feel like the season's going so far? You're playing good. You got a couple of attributes to you. How do you feel like you're playing?
I mean, overall, like, even as a team, we're doing very, very well. I mean, I feel like we started off strong, and I feel like we just been finishing what we started. So, I mean, as a team, I really couldn't ask for much more to be coming into this program. So,
Like that.
What do you like most about playing basketball, in your opinion?
the sport itself, it's a very intense sport. So I like how it's always going. I'm personally someone, I always have to be moving. So, I mean, I like how it's intensity, you know. I feel like there's always something happening in the game, so
Right.
it's back and forth and everything. So,
I love that. Now, you guys are second in your conference right now in the South Division, in the
Yeah.
CACC. Only behind Jefferson, right? Undefeated in conference. How do we feel going into the playoffs? And how do you feel about Jefferson? Are you guys going to see them? What's going on? Are you guys ready for them?
yeah, I mean, obviously we have to get through other games first before we see a bigger opponent for ourselves. But, I mean, I feel pretty strong. I feel like throughout the whole season we've been playing really, really well. So we just have to, you know, keep moving forward, take it game by game, play by play, quarter by quarter. So
Yeah.
just take it small steps to get where we want to be.
Yeah. And am I right in saying that you went to Siena College prior to going to Chestnut Hill, right?
Yes.
How
I'm a
is-
transfer? Yeah.
How has that transition been for you personally?
Personally, I mean, obviously there was a lot of adversity I had to go through to get where I am today, but I have to say it's probably one of the best decisions I've made for myself personally. And it was actually, this is kind of crazy to say, it was kind of an easy transition for me. I mean, coming back home, coming to a new, smaller school, you know, just being around people that I'm more alike and everything.
Right.
So, I mean, it's honestly, I wouldn't have changed it for anything.
Where's Siena College located? Is that
Upstate New York.
Okay, upstate
so it's
New
like
York.
right near like Albany. If you know,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, so you guys got a new coach this year. So for you transferring in, it might not feel as different, but for the rest of the team, how do you guys feel about your new coach? You guys are doing great this year. How do we feel about the new coaching staff?
I mean, personally, I'm a fan of the whole coaching staff, the team itself. I mean, I feel like they've really pushed us to get where we are today. You know, every game, I feel like they push us in practice, on our off days and everything. So, I mean, they push us a lot, which sometimes can be a little.
Yeah, no, I'll be walking by.
Yeah.
I walk by your practices.
Yeah.
I see you guys out there. I know.
But
see
I
you.
mean, at the end of the day, we just have to remember it's for the better. We want to win a championship. That's our main goal. So we just gotta, I guess, listen to our coaches and keep pushing like they want us to.
I guess those would like kind of be your ambitions, just
Yeah.
kind of to win that championship. You feel like you have the
Yeah.
team and everyone around you to do it, right? Right.
Yeah,
and that,
definitely.
and that makes sense. I know earlier you had said that. So it says listed here that you're a freshman, but that's
Yeah.
in some technicality that's not
Yeah.
true. Could you kind of go into that?
Yeah. No. I mean, technically speaking, like I am a freshman. I'm not the age of a freshman because I left Siena in the middle of the season, so I only had one semester under under my belt.
Yeah.
So like I was technically like a first semester freshman, whatever. But I mean, technically I'm still a freshman, but not the age of one.
Now,
If
like
you want to technically like.
the D1 through D2, right? You weren't there for the whole season, right? There for little parts.
Yeah.
But the practices, right? They were there. Once you switch from high school basketball to college basketball, right? I would expect it's like most sports, right?
Yeah.
Completely different game.
Yeah.
Right.
1000%.
How is that transition from playing from the D1 level? You come down, play D2, right? You didn't get to play a game in the D1 level, but you're around the players. You're on the practice field, scrimmages, stuff like that. Do you notice that big of a difference, or?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, obviously, as everyone, D1 is definitely like it's a whole different level
different
of
level.
sports itself. Now, do I feel it was definitely the right fit for me to go down to a D2? I definitely feel more comfortable in playing my own. I feel like I'm playing more of my game
Your
than I
own game.
was
Right.
last year, because definitely coming out of high school, especially from the high school I came to, like that was definitely like a huge jump.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I feel like it was definitely a better fit for me to, come down a level to get back my game.
I mean,
that
yeah,
I
you
was
definitely
looking
showed
for.
it. You definitely have showed it so far. You have
Yeah.
two 25 season high points. You have 2 games where you scored 25. How you feel? I mean, you're getting up there in point scoring. You're on the Instagram every week. I mean, the season's going good. I mean, I'm liking what we're seeing. Obviously, now you just got to bring home the championship.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I feel like for another thing, like coming down to this level, not even down a level. I mean, it's still a pretty
Yeah.
intense,
Yeah.
and everything. But I definitely regained a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's been showing a lot more, which is definitely something I'm proud of for myself to, start
Get
something
there,
new,
yeah,
come to a new
100%.
school.
Right,
so-
right.
100%.
You kind of started over, and
Yeah.
you've been a student athlete for, years. You went to high school, and then you went to D1, and you went to
Yeah,
D2.
yeah.
Like, how has the life of a student athlete been? Like, how has it changed you and affected you throughout time?
I mean, I feel like I could speak for all student athletes. Like, it's definitely difficult at times.
yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's the easiest thing ever, because
Right.
it's not. I mean, you have to balance school, family, friends, your sport itself. And sports has taken up, like, most of your life at this point. So, I mean, I feel like I've gotten used to, like, that environment, knowing that, like, I feel like I plan things around, like,
Yeah.
my sport,
Right.
which is not something I'm
Almost like a routine. now.
yeah. So it's become become a part of my routine, but it's nothing I wouldn't change for anything. So
I
it's
love
something
that.
I'm really blessed to be
That's
having
awesome.
my life is the sport. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about your shooting percentage. You are a 3-point shooter. Now, you're shooting 43% from the field. You're shooting 40% from behind the 3-point arc. How are we feeling? How's your shooting stroke feel? I mean, I've been to a couple games, so if you can make a couple threes here and there. How are we feeling in that part of the game?
Oh, I mean, personally, that's my favorite part of the game. I just love shooting threes. It's something it's something I've always loved doing ever since I was younger. I'll just chuck it up.
You're shooting
But
threes.
yeah, no, it's definitely found like a good routine in it. So just
Good.
being able to hopefully keep my percentage up there for the rest of the season.
Yeah, 40% behind the line. That's a good
Yeah.
percentage.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that a lot.
Yeah.
Now we have a little bit. Now you play 31 minutes a game, right? It's a lot. Most on the team, more than a lot of people in the conference, right? You were playing, I mean, what? They're 45 minutes in the game.
40.
minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
you're sitting on the bench for 9 minutes,
Yeah.
right? That's not that much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we feel? Like you're almost through the season. How's your body feel? Good? You getting the treatment? Like you're going to
yeah.
Steve, getting the treatment down there and stuff.
I'm getting the treatment for sure. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say my body feels good though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it feels good. But
Yeah.
I mean, again, you gotta do what you gotta
Gotta
do.
do
You
it.
gotta get
Right.
the treatment.
Understandable.
You just gotta push
The
through
ice
it.
bath, all that. I
Yeah.
understand.
You're
100%.
used to that hardworking mindset.
Yeah.
Like you don't know anything less.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just live that student athlete lifestyle. You don't know anything. Like that's your threshold.
Yeah.
In a sense, like there's no lower standard for you.
Definitely.
That's
yeah.
awesome. You've been
Yeah.
an athlete for years. Like you've been around. You've seen a lot of different things. Been around. Like that's good stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, like since you've been to Santa College, Bonner, here at CHC, what's your favorite part about Chestnut Hill College?
I have to say, okay, so I definitely come from even my neighborhood in my high school. Like, I come from a very what's the right word?
Very
I wouldn't
close,
say
isn't
a
it?
family-oriented environment, but I come from a place where everyone just knows everyone.
Right.
So being able to come here to Chestnut Hill is I love how I can just walk around and just say hi to everyone.
see
I
everyone.
just feel like
Yeah.
everyone's just cool with each other. Well, I am, but everyone's just cool with each other and everything. So I think that's definitely a big part that I like for myself personally. Again, just because it's something that I come from my high school, grade school, even in my neighborhood especially. So being able to just know everyone.
I like that. Now we have small classes here, right? CHC.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
I love
15
that.
people or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The workload. I mean, you went to a D1 school. You went to a bigger school. It's not huge, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Sienna's bigger than here. How is the workload for your school more environment? Like, how is it compared to that D1 level here there?
I mean, I would say definitely at Sienna. I feel like I had a lot of work, especially for my first year. and even just being there first semester. But I feel like I've definitely gotten used to how to balance it all. Again, going to like from high school to a D1 level and having all that work and having that much basketball at once was a lot. But I feel like I've definitely found a nice medium of like how to balance it all. So
Understandable. There's a
but-
lot of people on this campus that are willing to help.
Yeah,
too. There's
yeah.
tutors,
There's
everything, centers. I mean, they help the student athletes here a
yeah,
lot.
I feel like I'm just never like just doing the work. But I feel like I'm
Yeah,
always going to get
exactly.
help from again
Like for-
teachers, professors.
Like for a
everyone.
small school, we have so many
much to
things.
offer,
We have so much
yeah.
help. Like for me, so I work in the writing center, and like I wish like we have some kids that come in, but I wish like so much more would come in. Like we
Yeah.
have so many places at this school that can just help you out with anything, athletics, student work things. So
Our advisors.
Yeah, I
our
feel like-
advisors, absolutely, yeah, our advisors.
Everyone's like really like understanding of it too.
Yeah.
So like when I say like, oh, like yeah, I'm on the basketball team, they're very understanding of where I come from,
Right.
and having
Yeah.
to
They get
Open
the
arms
workload.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
they get the
Yeah.
workload. They understand.
They
yeah.
understand. So I feel like that's definitely something I'm appreciative of.
Yeah.
And you said you're a media and comedy. Like, what are you hoping to do with that when
I
you
want to
graduate?
stay around sports. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'm taking a lot of like MCOM like
Right.
classes
Classes,
right now,
yeah.
trying to get a feel for everything. So still trying to figure that out, but I definitely do want to stay around sports and something that I'm interested in.
Me and you both. Me and you
honestly,
both.
yeah.
Feel the same way. So everything's going good this season. I want to talk about a little bit of what you guys can improve on, right? You got a little bit left of the season until playoffs and stuff. What do you feel like you guys need to improve on to get you the next step, to get you to that CEC championship game?
Well, I have to say, our coach says we always got to focus on the little things. There's always
100%.
little things that we have to, fix. But like at the end of the game, that's like something that we always say. So maybe just being like, more locked into the game and like focusing more on those little things that we have to, fix
Right.
is definitely something that can get us to
That
where
next
we
level.
want to be.
The little
Yeah.
things go a long way.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because it's like during the game, you don't really realize until like we'll go back and watch film, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you don't see it till afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm
And then you're like, I did that, and then
yeah, because
Yeah.
those things they do add up. So just focusing on that is
Little
definitely
turnovers.
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
In the grand
Yeah.
scheme of things, it kind of just comes
Yeah,
together and
yeah.
it piles up. I get that,
it,
sure.
it piles up, but we see it all after. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like that's a
Now your teammates, right? I know you don't live on campus, right? You live with your teammates. What is your relationship like with them? Like, are you guys real close? Yeah.
yeah. We're
That's
all,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
You gotta
have
love
to
that,
say
yeah.
we're very close.
Basketball,
I mean,
small team.
yeah,
so-
I get along with everyone on the team.
Yeah.
I feel like I've built such a great relationship with each and every one of them, the coaches as well, which is also something I come from. That's something I really
Yeah.
focus on. I feel like I have to, again, I feel like a lot of people could say this, but I feel like I have to be close with my teammates.
Yeah.
Like,
It's that chemistry.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
the chemistry. It
Yeah.
goes onto the court and everything. So, I mean, I'm definitely really close with them, and I feel like that's gotten us to where we are today as well. How far we've come. It's like our chemistry on and off the court is definitely really strong, and I feel like that's something people can see too. But yeah, I feel like that's honestly
Yeah.
gotten us where.
Especially if you live with them, you're spending a lot of time.
Yeah.
People don't
Oh, yeah.
realize how long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're,
no.
with your teammates, you're with them every
Every
single
day,
day,
yeah.
multiple times
All
a
the
day,
time.
eating
Yeah,
with
no.
them, sleeping.
I'm sure
all
they
day.
get
Yeah.
sick of me. I'm a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I live with Kate Carter and Siobhan Boylan, so I'm sure they can be like, I'm a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
Aren't we all,
Check it
right?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
That's awesome. And it goes by quick. Like time just, before you know it,
Yeah.
it flies.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe we're already at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
you guys are
I
almost already
I
done.
can't
I was
believe
about to
we're
say,
talking about playoffs.
yeah, spring sports are
Yeah,
about to
I know.
start coming
it's
through.
crazy to think about.
Wow, how many games are there left in the season?
Gosh, I think like in regular season, I think like 3 or 4.
And you guys are ranked 2 right now, so we're
Yeah.
definitely making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lock up the game. Do we get a home game if we do get this second spot? Do you know?
Oh god. Oh yeah.
I
think so.
we
in the
think we get a
playoffs,
home
yeah,
game,
we
and
should,
that would
yeah.
be
Nice.
big. We got one last year, which
Yeah,
is good.
I
Last
think-
year's
Yeah,
team
we
went a
did,
little
yeah.
far. Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone showed out to that game. That was a big game.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna hope the best for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on today.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, guys.
Stay tuned for the next podcast. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Go follow her on her Instagram. Will be links in the description and everything. Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
guys.
you guys.